here today to kind of go over the relatively new custom report functionality in Project Firma. Who am I? I'm Stewart Gordon, a software engineer here at Sitka Tech. I work pretty heavily on the development of this word templating engine. So hopefully I'll be able to answer all your questions. I'm a member of the Hawkmoth team. We do a lot of work in Project-Firma, namely for reclamation, the Bureau of Reclamation. We also work on Pisces Web or CB Fish, and then Forest Health Tracker. Washington DNR's kind of instance of Project-Firma that's a little bit different. And even more recently, we've been taking over the Monitoring Resources project. There's my contact information here on the screen. Absolutely feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. I know we're going to kind of get into the weeds here with some more technical stuff, but I don't want that to scare anybody. I'm really confident that people can get started on this thing, and if they do need help getting started, feel free to reach out to me or your Project-Firma representative. So what is the report templating engine that we have here? Essentially, at its core, it's a way for you to write C# code within a Microsoft Word document, like here on the left, and reference your projects in Project-Firma. So you would write your template here in Microsoft Word, you would upload it to Project-Firma, and then Project-Firma can merge the, the project information into an output Word document that you can then make edits, tweak, or anything like that, and then finally, save from Microsoft Word as a PDF and send it out to whoever you need to. Next is the why. I know I shouldn't have 7 things on one slide, but I felt they're pretty important and kind of well to the point. The first one is that Project-Firma users do a lot of work in the system. Everybody here does a lot of work curating their projects on their applications, and that means that there's a lot of data that is in the system. And what do people do with data? Well, you might want to use it to inform your future decisions. And regarding the past, you might want to make reports about your accomplishments or statuses of your current work. So this is kind of a way to help facilitate that. Number 2 is that the project fact sheets in Project-Firma are great, but we've developed them to be as useful to as many tenants as possible. And to do that, we kind of have to limit the customization in order for the formatting to be output in a way that we find works for as many people as possible. So they're a bit limited in customization, so we wanted something where you can customize it to your heart's content. Number 3 is that everybody typically has access to Microsoft Word. I would bet that everybody here and watching the recording later has used Microsoft Word. And probably at this point, I would guess that most of us have spent dozens, if not hundreds of hours working in Microsoft Word. So most people are pretty familiar with how to format a Word document how they want, and your organization might use it a lot already to make forms or other kind of information that you send out to the public or to some of your partners. Number 4, we wanted to give more power to the Project-Firma power users. I know that writing some code can seem daunting, especially in a Word document, but we found that in the past, by providing users that freedom, they've been able to kind of step up to the challenge and produce some pretty amazing things. I'll go over briefly in a moment some examples of what people have done on other projects where we've done something very similar. Number 5, it allows you to brand your reports. You won't be stuck with something that we design as a committee and make sure that it works for everybody. This will let you make your reports with whatever colors your organization uses, add your cover letters and anything like that to make sure that the reports are yours. Number 6 is that we actually have some experience with this. Maradi Share, another Sitka project, provides similar functionality. It doesn't use C# like we use, they use Python, but ultimately it's pretty similar. So we do have some kind of experience in doing something like this and gathering feedback from users and kind of working on it incrementally over time to make it something that you really want to use and that you find useful. Number 7, probably most importantly, that we hope that this saves everybody some time. We found that organizations often need monthly, quarterly, or yearly reports, and we've found from talking to a lot of organizations that sometimes those reports can take days, weeks, or even months to kind of curate all the content that you need to get into there. So we're hoping that this can help you get at least 80% there, where you can review all of the data, you can edit it in Word once you've run it through the templating engine, and finally publish your reports to PDF from Word or whatever format you're using. So in terms of the where, the functionality adds a few items to the header menu in ProjectFirma. So by default, we've left it off right now for most tenants. If you do want it turned on, and if this interests you, which I hope it does, please feel free to reach out to me or your main contact at Sitka Technology, and we can help you turn it on and kind of get you started and answer any questions you have about, maybe adding new properties or something that you want accessible within your Word documents. Yeah, so it adds a couple new menu items. One is for projects. That's where you would go select your projects that you include in your reports. And the second one would be a place where you can manage all of your report templates. In terms of the win, it's right now. We actually squeezed in this functionality, I believe, right before, like even days before the last PFUG in March. We didn't quite have time to give, to get something set up for a demonstration, and we probably would have used a lot of the PFUG meeting to go over it. So here we are today, finally kind of introducing and doing a little bit of training for everybody.